This week I heard about a parent who had started a conversation with their 11-year-old lad and had said to him, was there anything that his friends were talking about to do with sex? And the lad said, not really. And the parent said, well, you can ask me any questions that you have. And the lad said something like, why would I do that? You don't know anything about this. And the parent was a little bit sort of struck dumb, quite understandably too. So I got thinking about this and I thought perhaps it might be worthwhile having a chat about it. What are some of the ways that we can deal with our kid thinking that we're not a trusted source, which is essentially what the message was there to that dad. I think the first thing is we need to be kind to ourselves. So in that moment when our kid says, why would I ask you anything or come to you about anything because you don't know anything, we need to be kind. And we need to think, well, how could it be possible that this kid got that idea? And I suppose if we haven't, as parents, been actively creating conversations, things to do with sex and relationships, then it makes sense that the kid has that idea, and that's okay. We've been doing the best we can with the information we have, and as parents, if we weren't taught how to talk about this sort of things with kids, then it's completely reasonable that we haven't done it. So that's the first thing, be kind to ourselves. The second thing would be to have a strategy to revisit that conversation with their kid. So my favourite one is going up to one of my kids maybe the day or two later and say, I've been thinking about what you said. Remember when you said, and I will repeat back what they said to me. And then I will add something in. So in this example, I would say, I've been thinking about what you said about how I don't know anything about sex and relationships, and I worked out why that you would think that. And it's because I've never talked to you about it, and I'm sorry about that. I don't think I realized how important it was, but and then you can say something like, I've been listening to a podcast, or I've been reading a book, or I've discovered this new therapist online, or I've been listening to this crazy Australian person who's been telling me all about this. Anything like that works. And then you can say, so in the future, what I'm going to do in the future is start talking about things. So hopefully you'll realize that actually I do know quite a bit about this. Now the kid might freak out because it's going to be different to what's been happening in your family for maybe as long as they've been alive. And if they do say no, then my third point would be get into consultation with them. Instead of being prescriptive, like the second point was, which is this is what I'm going to do, saying this is what I'm going to do, say to them, so I realize having an adult to talk to about these things is really important for you, and I would like your help deciding who that adult is going to be. And it doesn't have to be in that moment. You can say, let's schedule a meeting, or use language that means you're taking it seriously. In my family, we say schedule a meeting because both of us as parents are in business, and so the kids understand that meetings are important. They're a use of our valuable time, and we will sometimes schedule family meetings about particular issues like screen use or family movie night or whatever. So that's something we do in our culture, the culture of our family, but your family might be different. So you might say, instead of scheduling a meeting, you might say, let's go for a ride one day and we can chat about it, or why don't we go out for a coffee, or something that just means that you value their opinion, you value their time, and you're showing them how valuable it is. So that's 3 points. The first one is be kind to yourself. Second point is revisit the conversation with your kid by showing them that you've really listened and heard what they said. And then the third point is seek out their buy-in by involving them in the decision-making process or the brainstorming process about who is going to be their go-to adult. It needs to be someone who's accessible and who you trust and who they trust. Stay in touch with me. I'm going to start doing these every so often with questions that come up. You can put your email address into my mailing list, which is on the talk.ie. Just follow the buttons that says keep me in touch. You can be involved on the Facebook page, which is the talk.ie. And we take it from there. The things I'm learning more and more is about how important ongoing conversation is, not just between kids and adults, but between adults who care about kids. So we're all keeping ourselves accountable and teaching each other more and more each day about what are the things that work for providing sex education for children in families, and what are the things that are a little more difficult. See you later.